up, you guys? Welcome to the April 5th edition of NBA 3-Ball presented by Establish the Run. I'm your host, Mike Gallagher. Getting ready to break down the Sunday action, do a little bit of Monday preview. In today's edition, go in 10 minutes, hit the thumbs up and subscribe, please. And let's start with the Toronto and Washington game. We got some big questionable tags on Rui Hachimura, Bradley Beal, and Fred VanVleet, who had an MRI. It came back clean, so that's good. So he's day-to-day. Obviously, he left the last game. They did it kind of as a precaution to check the MRI. Nurse sounded pretty encouraged, so it sounds like it's a pretty good shot to play. If not, it would be Malachi Flynn starting. Flynn's kind of like a pick-and-roll dominant guy, and Nurse said it like he wanted to give him a little bit of time, let him make good decisions out there, so he would be certainly an option as a pickup and obviously DFS play as well. On the Wizards side of this, we've got, again, Beal with that hip is still out, so he's questionable again. May have a shot to come back, and then Rui Hachimura was playing through his shoulder thing. Scott Brooks said it could be between like 0 to 5 games for this shoulder thing, so he might not play. We saw Denny Avdia play a bunch, and a bunch of other smaller guys. Saw a little bit more of Chandler Hutchison in the mix. Davis Bertans' minutes may increase a little bit more. Ish Smith also returned over the weekend. He'll still have kind of a minutes cap, but Scott Brooks really sounded like he wanted to play Ish Smith a little bit more going forward. To the Wolves, they are really banged up. D'Angelo Russell is doubtful. Sounds like Wednesday is possible for him. Ricky Rubio also doubtful. And then Jalen Noel also doubtful. So 3 of their 4 point guards that they've been using. And also Malik Beasley. So they've got like almost their entire backcourt is out. So we're going to get Point Anthony Edwards here, I would think. Assuming all these doubtful tags turn to out tags. Open up a little bit more time for Okogie. Jared Culver will probably get in the mix a little bit more. Juancho Hernan Gomez as well. Jaden McDaniels' minutes are going to be insane. And actually Chris Finch had said before the last game that he talked to his guys and basically said, hey, we're going to play you a lot. Is that okay? So we saw Cat get into the 40s. McLaughlin had to play more because Noel hurt himself. So, yeah, it's going to be against the Kings. Like, oh, boy, this is going to be a real fun game that a lot of people are going to want to play, including me. OKC Detroit, we've got a lot of Thunder out for this one. We've got Isaiah Roby now in the concussion protocol. Josh Hall also in the concussion protocol. We've still got Lou Dort in the concussion protocol. Darius Bazley's still out, so lots of Poku, lots of Kenrich Williams, lots of Steve Mikhailuk. Those guys will kind of hold down the wing / 4 minutes. Also Justin Jackson, who played a little bit backup point guard last week, he'll fill in at the 4 a little bit. They'll probably run more 2-guard lineups to open up more room for Ty Jerome as well. I mean, this team just running out of people to play. So, yeah, Moses is going to play a bunch. Tony Bradley will back him up. Close to that 29-19 kind of a split there. And yeah, still no Shea, so this team is just down to the bare bones here. Let's get to the basketball and the Bulls. They get the win against the Nets. No Kobe White for health and safety protocol, so we got a little bit of Troy Brown at the backup point guard spot. Denzel Valentine saw some minutes, and Sato played great, 11 assists. Vooch is a Nets killer, had a pretty solid game, nice little double-double. Zach LaVine kind of coming around on an ankle injury, that's good to see there. And yeah, they ran a little bit of marketing at the 3 as well. That was interesting. So, but yeah, marketing's obviously kind of in hot water, especially if your league is shallower. But yeah, we'll see if how much more time Kobe White misses. But Sato is just rolling. No James Harden for the Nets. They can't pull this one out. Did not play great. Did not look like themselves offensively. Obviously, Kyrie did great. 15 assists is a season high for him. But the big headline here is LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin started. After the game, Nash kind of said it was just an experiment. And, they're probably not going to run it again, especially once they start getting bodies back. So what really happened here is the big thing for fantasy is, oh my God, Nick Claxton, man, 8 minutes, dude. That is not freaking cool. So, I mean, yeah, he's, like we said, I said this last week, like he's kind of droppable if you're looking for a guy that has, a solidified role. It's not, especially with KD coming back. Like, that's not going to help Nick Claxton at all. So, yeah, it's tough, but that's just the way it is. Clippers get the win against the short-handed Lakers. Not much going on here. The Clippers were pretty healthy in relation to Kawhi and Paul George. Paul George said he's going to have to kind of deal with this foot thing, so that's not great. He may not play back-to-backs going forward. We'll see. Rajon Rondo makes his debut. Did not play great overall. That cut Terrence Mann a little bit, so Mann's kind of trending down if he did want to kind of hop on somebody else. The Lakers starters just got wrecked. It was bad. Nothing really to say here. Obviously, Andre Drummond's still out, so Marc Gasol will get spot minutes, and Montrezl Harrell have a little higher ceiling. Celtics get an easy win against the short-handed Hornets. Very little to say here. Jason Tatum is coming around, and Time Lord Man has locked the hell down right now. Hornets just got destroyed here. They're going to be really in trouble without Hayward. LaMelo. We saw Jalen McDaniels, Jaden's brother, kind of get in the mix. He may continue to see some playing time, so super duper deep. He's not nearly as good as his brother is. And then the Martin Bros are going to get a bit more. Cody's certainly ahead of Caleb in most instances. Brad Wanamaker's going to stay in the rotation according to James Braga. So, I mean, what a bunch of... most of those guys aren't really very fantasy relevant on a per minute basis. So it's real rough out here. Grizzlies get the win in Philly. Very little to say here. We know Taylor Jenkins likes that 10-man rotation. So D'Anthony Melton, real tight. Again, it's just kind of what's going to happen. Like, he played pretty well. But, like, what are you going to do? If your guy's playing 15, 20 minutes a game, like, every night, it's tough to sell him, especially with all these hot pickups right now. Grayson Allen's minutes are pretty secure, it looks like. John Morant passed well, but his scoring is just falling off right now. Tough matchup for him here. Sixers basically rest Joel Embiid in a back-to-back, not surprising. Probably going to happen a lot going forward. So we got Mike Scott starting. Ben Simmons is so much better with Embiid on the court. It's kind of wild how much better Embiid makes him. But yeah, nothing really to say. Grizzlies have a pretty good defense, so they'll be fine, obviously. The Warriors get Draymond and Curry back. Finger issue for Draymond, and then Curry's tailbone thing. We'll see about that. Obviously, Curry was awesome. 37 points, is that including me? And James Wiseman, dude, like it's hard. He's getting so much opportunity, and he just can't cash in. You could drop him if you want. That's how poorly he's playing right now. No Ingram, no Kyra Lewis, no Zion. Pelicans still get the win. Lonzo played great, 8 threes. That's a career high for him. James Johnson, if you picked up James Johnson and streamed him, he hit you off. 18 points, 4 blocks, 2 steals. So he was the easiest stream of the day. Like, I actually picked him up in everywhere I could, and it was worth it. Like, he won me a couple categories today. But yeah, we'll see. Zion, I talked about this with Gary last week. Like, the Pelicans might tank. We'll see how they hold these dudes out. Obviously, Ingram has kind of injury history, and Zion, we saw what happened to him last year with how careful they were. So it kind of makes sense to be extra careful going forward. But great to see Lonzo back. And yeah, unfortunately, Kyra has a calf strain, so he's probably going to miss more time. And then Nickeil Alexander-Walker also hurt himself. Sprained his ankle, did not return, needed help, didn't look great. So he's probably looking at missed time. So, I mean, you could probably drop him now with Lonzo back. But, man, if he misses time and Kyra misses time, we're going to see a little bit more Wes Iwundu. We saw this giant lineup here, too, which probably won't happen much. They should get, hopefully, someone back soon. Rockets can't hold on to this one at home. Another injury, Daniel House. Sprained his ankle, did not return, so he's probably looking at some missed time. John Wall's still out, likely out again today, which I've been saying, like, he's on shutdown watch right now. If his knee's still bothering him, like, there's no reason to put him on the court, given their position in the standings and the top 4 protection. Here, Kevin Porter Jr., rough shooting game, rough turnover game, but the opportunities are going to be there. Steven Silas says he wants to keep him and Wood kind of going chemistry-wise, and Kelly Olynyk has really settled into that bench 4-5 combo, and he's been pretty valuable. He fits his offense with the 5-out style, so probably won't be this hot, but he can keep it going. Denver gets the win over the Magic. Magic hung in there. Magic took this down until midway through the 4th, and then Denver just kind of blew the doors off him. Aaron Gordon, Nuggets high, 24 points from him. Looked awesome, 10 of 13 from the field. Cuts, great defense as well. He's been just way better than I thought. I mean, this is just a slam dunk trade for how great this team looks right now. We got Monte Morris back in the mix. That's certainly cut out Facu Campazzo, as well as PJ Dozier a little bit. We know Malone likes Morris quite a bit. Extremely short-handed Magic team, 8-man rotation with kind of 2 half men, with Jason Rando for a hamstring, had a cap on him. Mo Bamba, foul trouble, only played 13 minutes. Obviously, his minutes aren't going to be great. Chuma's awesome. There's nothing left to say. He's just, league-winning kind of an ad, it looks like at this point. Wendell Carter Jr., fan-freaking-tastic game again. He has got to start, I feel like. But who cares? This guy's going to be just a beast. And RJ Hampton, he was kind of the star of the show as far as maybe pickups go in this game. Obviously, all these guards missing time is huge. Michael Carter-Williams is sick, should be back soon, but Otto Porter could miss more time. I think Hampton's, deep league pickup. To the ads page, not much here. Obviously, I'm assuming Miles Bridges, Chumo Kiki, Kelly Olynyk are rostered. Thomas Satoransky, again, I don't know why he's not picked up in more leagues. James Johnson, certainly another guy that you have to hold until Pelicans get guys back. I think RJ Hampton's kind of the deep league pickup of the night. Really liked what he did today. Grayson Allen, boring, but gets minutes. Jackson Hayes also is a pretty good pickup right now, at least until the guys come back. It was great to see him play on the prim a little bit more. And then KJ Martin, a little bit of a pickup from the Daniel House stuff, and then Troy Brown as we wait for Kobe White. That's it. I'll be back for the solo pod. Catch you guys then.